these shootings, whether they are seen as political or not, if we look at the numbers, white supremacy ideology. And with you, me calling you, I want to be Hitler, all those things are like not necessarily saying go out and hurt somebody. But I literally have never said anything to invoke violence, and I challenge somebody to go and find a clip of a Democrat invoking violence.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
This woman is deranged. She literally calls Trump Hitler, then denies ever inciting violence. Imagine this. A congresswoman, Jasmine Crockett, spends years calling Donald Trump, his supporters, and Republicans fascist, racist, white supremacists, not to mention threats to democracy. Then she gets on MSNBC and nods to the host saying that people need to pick up weapons.
Say what?
Now, after Charlie Kirk gets assassinated, she wants to go over to the Breakfast Club, where the idiot host calls himself the God, and erroneously claim that she nor Democrats have ever incited violence. So stick around, we're gonna break this down clip by clip with receipts, and I promise it's gonna give you a series of psychotic embolisms.
Oh, great.
So hit that like button if you're ready to expose the spin. Let's dive in.
We've got to talk about like what it means when you're running for president or you're running for one of these higher offices and you go out there and you talk about beating people up. You go out there and you say things like, I could shoot somebody in the middle of the street in New York and I could still win. We got to talk about like that is next level. Me disagreeing with you, me calling you, I want to be Hitler. All those things are like not necessarily saying go out and hurt somebody. But when you're literally telling people at rallies, yeah, beat them up, and that kind of stuff, like you are promoting like a culture of violence. So we need to talk about like what it looks like when you don't promote a culture of violence.
Okay, first off, when you spend years calling your main political opponent literally Hitler, his supporters Nazis that are gonna destroy democracy, there's gonna be some lunatic out there who takes that as a call to action. Think about it logically for a second. If Jasmine Crockett and her supporters genuinely believe this rhetoric, then it would be their patriotic duty to take extreme action. All right, next is a clip of Crockett claiming that most violence, political or not, is linked to white supremacy. And she says the truth is, we have a white supremacy problem.
I was like, so we're not gonna talk about white supremacy? Like, we're not gonna talk about the fact that the vast majority of these shootings, whether they are seen as political or not, if we look at the numbers, white supremacy ideology. But we don't want to do anything about that. There's no legislation that they want to bring. Every time you say white supremacy, they want to yell, oh, you're race baiting. No, I am going on facts. Like these crimes, when we look at these mass shootings, most of them are linked to neo-Nazism or, Proud Boys or whatever. It's always some white supremacy kind of thing that's going on. It's not black folk that are going out there. It's not immigrants that are going out there. But what cities are we going into? Black cities, because we are supposedly the ones that commit all the crime. Which people are we going after? Immigrants, because allegedly it's immigrants, but we don't want to have a talk about what the numbers say, what the facts say, which is that we have a white supremacy problem in this country. So until we decide to deal with the problem, we're going to continue to have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I get it. None of it makes sense.
Yeah, no shit.
Absolute 100% grade A bullshit.
Bullplop!
The reason why they're going into these black cities is because the vast majority of violence in these cities is coming from black people. And most mass shooting, if you're including gang-related mass shootings, are done by black people. Yes, there have been a couple shootings that were done by people who call themselves white supremacists, including one that was Hispanic. But this is incredibly rare. We almost never see that kind of violence, whereas the black on black gang related violence that does sometimes turn into mass shootings happens almost every day. So it's just funny when she claims it's the other side that doesn't want to talk about the facts and data. Okay, now this is the best part of this interview, when Jasmine Crockett actually tries to claim that she literally has never said anything to invoke violence, and then challenges anybody to go out there and find a clip of Democrats or her inciting violence.
Come on, Ace. I thought you had a challenge for me.
I can say that your policies are bad. I can say you're a criminal because you have been found guilty of 34 convictions. Like, I can say all these things because they are true. That's not even just free speech. These are just facts. So don't get mad that I speak the truth and I speak facts, but I literally have never said anything to invoke violence. And I challenge somebody to go and find a clip of a Democrat invoking violence.
Alrighty then.
But this is a war. This isn't a battle. And we absolutely will win this war.
It is a war. It is indeed a war. And I have to say, they have won some battles, Jasmine, but we have to keep our eye on the war, and everybody needs to pick up a weapon and get involved, because this is a, No,
that was different.
Oh, I have no doubt that once she sees everybody posting this clip, that she'll tell herself in her head that somehow that's different. Beyond that, there are multiple videos out there that are 20 minutes plus long of Democrats, by their own standards, inciting violence against Republicans. I will leave links to them in the description if you'd like to watch them when you're done here. But yeah, she says it's totally fine to call the president a criminal, which it is, but when you start venturing into literally Hitler and that his supporters are literally fascists and Nazis, then you're going into territory where crazy people will start to think that they have justification, not just any justification, but from the mainstream institutions to take violent action. But yeah, wow, Jasmine Crockett is one of the most obnoxious people in Congress. I have no idea what people see in her or why they would vote for her. If you all have any ideas, let me know in the comments. And if you're still here, might as well hit that like button and subscribe. I do post on a regular basis, so make sure to keep checking back for more. Thanks a lot.